some of the barriers, personal barriers, is related with subordinates. So there are four types of personal barriers. The first is fear of challenge of authority. In this case, the superior withholds the information because of the fear of challenge of his authority. Doesn't want to share information. And why does it happen? For example, in an organization, just take an example of an organization. The marketing manager doesn't want to share the sales target of his department with his higher level boss because of the poor sales. Because if he shares, there is always a fear that his position or authority may be shaken. So that kind of fear is there. Or a superior has a fear that by sharing the information with the higher level authority related with any issues of the organization, the challenge may be posed to his or her position in the organization, then they try to withhold the information and they doesn't want to communicate in that case. Second, lack of confidence of superior on his subordinates. This is related with superior subordinate relationship. Sometimes the superiors doesn't want to consult his subordinates or take suggestions from his subordinates because of lack of trust or confidence. The reason may be so many. The subordinate may not be that much competent, or the subordinate may be new who would have joined the organization. As a result, the superior doesn't trust and doesn't want to communicate and share things or ask the subordinates suggestions or advice on any matter. So we can see that such is the barrier related with sender and receiver, especially superior and subordinate relationships. The third is unwillingness to communicate. Now this unwillingness is shown by the subordinate towards the superior. When the subordinate starts feeling that the superior has no interest in subordinates, you may say appreciation, or the subordinate feels that his interest to a great extent may be sacrificed if he shares any information with his superior, then because that information is going to adversely affect the interest of the subordinate is not interested in communicating with the superior. You can take an example. And a superior calls a meeting and he shares the status of the work in the organization and asks for suggestions for completing the order on time. If the order is not completed, and it has to be completed on time, the subordinate may suggest for overtime, but the subordinate doesn't want to suggest. Why? Because he feels that if this suggestion is provided by the subordinate to the superior, there is always a chance that his leave is cancelled which he had applied for, or There is a chance that if he was planning for any vacation outside for 2-3 days during the days of work, that would not be allowed. So that is going to adversely impact the interest of the subordinate, as a result of which the subordinate is unwilling to communicate with the superior. Finally, lack of proper incentive. If the subordinate is not provided proper incentive for the work performance, we see that the subordinate doesn't want to communicate with the superior. If the subordinate, for example, if a subordinate gives valuable suggestions and that suggestion is always beneficial for the organization, but the superior never gives the subordinate any credit and takes all the credit, then in that case, the subordinate in future will hesitate to give any kind of such valuable suggestions. Or if the suggestions, they are not awarded, they are not rewarded, or no appreciation for the hard work is given, then we see that there is lack of proper incentives which is provided to the subordinate, as a result of which the subordinates don't want to communicate freely with their superior. So personal barriers, whenever we talk about these 4 types of barriers, whether we talk about fear of challenge of authority, this fear of challenge of authority is for the superior, and lack of confidence of superior on his subordinates. These 2 types of barriers is related with superiors, whereas the other 2, unwillingness to communicate by the subordinate and lack of proper incentive, that is also to the subordinate. So these 2 is related with the subordinates. So in this way, we have completed the barriers to communication. In our next lecture, we will be learning how to overcome these barriers to communication to make communication effective. So here we end today with this topic, and in next topic we will be trying to learn about the ways to improve the communication barrier. Till then, thank you all of you.